18 life on your opponents. Well, no problem. Just a little pump, turn inside out for our 1-1, some royal treatment, and off we go to the Facelands. But beware of the triggers. Yes, this is exactly what this deck does. It makes around 28 damage with 3 lands, 11 to the face. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the fastest deck to climb.
Yeah, boy.
So welcome to the probably the fastest deck to climb into Mythic. Also, it performs pretty okay in Mythic as well. And it's a relatively cheap deck to craft, so it's really beginner friendly. And if you're good rotating it, you actually can go pretty high in the Mythic rank. But the whole idea is just to pump your creatures as high as you can and then finish them with Callous Sell-Sword. So, how to do it? We have pump spells. In that case, we have Overprotect, +3/+3, gains Trample, Hexproof, and Indestructible. So this is probably the best pump here. With the Bulk Up, so you can double up the creature's power. So those two plus Sell-Sword usually equals win. Everything is instant here, so you can actually save your creatures as well. For that, we're running 2 royal treatments. It gives a little hexproof, a little pump. All of those pumps are finished with the turn inside out, so +3/+0 for 1 mana is crazy good in this deck. It's the finisher as well. For the creature base, we have Hemosymbic Might. This is one of the best creatures in this deck. If you pump that, attack, the other creature gets the same amount of power. Then we have good classic red deck win cards, so Hired Claw, in this case 4 of them. Early Bird, Early Aggro, really good one. Then we have the new card called Firebending Student. So the trick is whenever you pump it up, you will get the prowess, so you can actually get more mana and use instant spells. Usually, this is good when you want to finish the opponent with the bulk up. And then we also have good old classic cards like Slick Shot Show Off, one of my favorite cards from the red department. Really good. Also one of the scariest card in this deck. And good old classic Emberheart Challenger. So with the haste and prowess, all those spells will pump this little warrior mouse up and it goes to the face. For a wild card here, we have Demonic Ruckus. I'm so-so about this card. Not bad. It's kind of normal card. I do sometimes prefer to use 3 shocks or 3 lightning strikes. Depends. Right now, we're going for Demonic Ruckus because, yeah, you can plot it, and if you plot it, you can just play it later on your creatures, like plotting Slick Shot and Demonic Ruckus is crazy good. You can just play them later on for 0 cost. For the mana lands, it's pretty easy. So you have the dual lands. We have Thornspire Verges 4 and Thor Stomping Grounds. This is kind of must-have. For then Spider-Man said we use Multiversal Passages. This deck doesn't really care about taking damage itself. It wants to finish on turn 3 and 4. If the game goes further on, I mean, after turn 5 or 6, and you haven't finished the opponent, it's pretty much game over. So this deck is really fast. Right now I am running 2 starting towns because I only have 2 starting towns, but if you have 4, play 4. That's what I would suggest anyway. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole deck. And if we have the count, we have actually we have what we have. Let's put on type rare. This deck consists then Yeah, I don't know why it did that, but it doesn't matter. So those are all rares. So 16 rares. They're all must-have here, but that's about it as well. What you can change is you can actually not play those lands at the beginning if you're short of cards. But yeah, it will just fix up the opportunities to always play the right cards. It does run. Let's see. I think 20 lands. Yeah. So it's ultra aggressive deck, as you saw in the intro as well. But let's head on the games. It's gonna be my shortest video because the games are really short. So stay along, enjoy, and let the magic begin. So as always, my videos are all sped up a little bit just to preserve time. In this case, we're going for the Emberheart Challenger. We didn't have one drop. You want to start making damage as fast as you can. We're playing against Green Mono Stompy, and in this decisions you can always go for the plot. But we have the second Emberheart, so everything that deals the most amount of damage is a win here. So we're just playing another Emberheart and going to the face. Getting one removed is not that bad. The slick shot is still on the spot, but I decided to go for the menace here, so it's still unblockable. We're getting in some pumps as well, because prowess and trigger effect of the Emberheart will pump this sucker up. So of course we're gonna play the land here, always red, sometimes green. I'm gonna bulk up, so going for the 10. We already are calculating, are we finishing it off with the slick shots? But in the turn 4 down to 4 life, it's really good. In this spot, we are just going in for the slick shot to the face. Since we have the blocker down, usually you don't have early on blockers from the air. We're going for the double slick shot right away without the spot effect and going to the face, so he has to double block and both. But since he's down for 2 cards, this is typical aggro against aggro, wins that who is faster, and looky, nothing will protect him from the air, and this, ladies and gents, is game over. So turn inside out and turn to the face. So round 2. As you can see, we already have 1 drops in our hands. This is really good. Probably a perfect hand you like to see. 1 drop, 2 drop, and you have Callous Sell-Sword. Going in for the shock land here is still okay, because we don't really care about our own health. This deck has to win on turn 4, 5, sometimes even 3. And we're just going to take 2 damage, going in for the Hired Claw. And luckily we just drew another one, so this will put immense amount of pressure against our opponent, because every time you have more Hired Claws in a battlefield, the more pings you will make. So we're playing against kinda aggressive deck as well. Well, because this plays the same spells as Turn Inside Out is. So he's actually aggressive deck as well. And in a Mythic rank like this, like about 90%, you see a lot of aggressive decks who try to survive or just to grind their dailies. So he went for the removal, which is still fine. He's going to race me to the facey and goes for a 3. So we know that. In that sense, we're just going in for the more and more damage. So we're really trying to win the race here, keeping the royal treatment as a hexproof just in case. And we already calculating. At this point, you should calculate, can you finish your opponent next turn? Because if you have Callous Sell-Sword, you should just stop calculating it. And okay, like I told before, he goes turn inside out against us as well. So we're down to 2 life. So the multiversal passage is kind of off here. We have to try to win it in 3 mana. Unless we're drawing, but no, this is actually Slick Shot. Sadly, no shock lands here. Otherwise, we would have played the Slick Shot as well. But if we're calculating correctly, pump into Challenger gives him +1/+1, plus extra +1/+1 plus prowess, so it's going to be 4. And later on, if we're just going to do the Sell-Sword, that will pump him as well for 1 and shoot 5 to the face, so it's still a win. And yeah, this is turn 4. Okay, on the third match, semi-decent hand, no 1-drops. That's a sad one here. Between all those 3 creatures, I'm always going for the Challenger. Had the most success with it because you can deal the early damage. Slick Shot off is still like more of the plot guy. We're getting betrayed here, removed. So since we're playing against a heavy removal deck, I'm just going in for the new one here. It gets removed again. So now against 2 removals, we're in a pretty good spot. We missed the land, but double the creatures is always good here. Although we were getting some hand disruption here, it's totally okay. Because against the Deep Cavern Bat, you really just want to, you always want to slam hard to the face. You really don't care about the opponent's creatures here. So since he has the 1/1, we really don't care about the health of the opponent's creature. So easiest is me to just play Slick Shot show off here right away, because if he blocks, he will lose and we'll get the card. I didn't attack with Symbiote right here because we have the Overprotect and the Royal Treatment in our hands, so this actually helps us to pump even further, but Overprotect is gone. Still in a semi-decent position. I am going for the Royal Treatment here for the Symbiote just to get the more pumps. Slick Shot got the trigger as well, so we're pumping all the Slick Shot here and just pumping Hard Claw as well for the ability he has. So this puts him down to 5, oh actually 6. So on turn 4, again we are getting pretty close here. This is usually what this deck does. So if he doesn't have any removals here, he's pretty much going to lose. And the one reason is why you have to win at least on turn 4 or 5, because you're gonna run out of cards pretty fast as well. So this is the downside of this deck, and then you have just like the the heart of the top deck, or luck of the draw, like they say. In this case, he realizes that there's nothing much he can do. If he blocks, he will lose. So we take the W again. So next match. Went for a mulligan because no creatures. You should do that all the time. So I'm between Overprotect or Bulk Up. But since Overprotection has more value, I'm gonna throw away the Bulk Up here. And we found the creature as well. And that's already a better hand. So you'd always, mulligan if you have no creatures. The real good hand is 1-drop, 2-drop, and 2 lands. This is definitely a go time. Like we did, even with 6 cards, this deck can still win. So this is probably against some kind of, greenish deck. Right now we have lots of varieties of green decks. But really, this deck really doesn't care at all. It just goes in and slams to the face. So we already have the kind of finishers. We only need to find Callous Sell-Sword, but as previously you saw, we don't even need to have the Callous Sell-Sword as well, because creatures do a lot of damage if opponents let them in. So he went for the race to the face, which is good signal for us. We can just go in and play another slick shot, and right now I want to get those triggers up as well. So up for the I think it was like 9 points of damage. Yep, there it is. So down to half of his life. He really needs to find answers right now, or just to finish me off. But as you can see, he's going in for the max amount of damage, but he realizes he's way behind. So the My Form Harmonizer will do anything, and he actually tapped all out as well. So that was a bad mistake of his. In our case, I could have played Overprotection first, but it really doesn't matter because he was tapped out, and we're just going in for the good old classical beatdown, baby. And now for the last matchup, because I'm pretty sure you already got the point how this deck works. It's ultra easy to play in that sense. One of the fastest, craziest, and easiest decks to play. But to show you that this deck is not that almighty, I think it was a loss, maybe a win, I don't remember anymore. But oh yeah, this was a close one, neck to neck against the mono white aggro. But again, we have a really good hand here just to shove everything to the face. Right now I'm in a good position to win it, just need to find the right cards. Sometimes the weakness also contains that this deck will stuck in lands. We even left one lander. We went mulligan and went down to 6 and tried to play with one land. That's crazy, but it still kinda had a possibility to win it. So right now we're using Herbie Tool. Imagine if we would had just a land here, just to bulk up as well, but down to 5. Next turn, it's a win. He needs to find 12 points of damage, but mono white aggro is kind of same deck here with double the scavengers. He can make a crazy swings, and yes, he does exactly that. He goes in for the 13 amount of damage. I say nice, and this is a GG. So that was a close one, but again, it was fast one, and that's why this deck is freaking awesome. So I hope you enjoyed my short tutorial. We had some 5 games or 4 games. Plenty to see how this deck works. It's cheap, 16 rares. Go have nuts. You can go fast mythic with this and get your quests. And if you really enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe. It will mean me a lot. Help to grow this channel. And stay tuned. Captain Hootie out, baby.